It's the Dan Wilson in Tokyo podcast, your one-stop podcast for everything Japan and Japanese. Culture. That's good. And if you're only listening, you know I just cracked a beer, Asahi, today. And as I was making the sounds I always make to crack open the beer, I put a little too much power in the fingers and made that little indentation again. But it holds real nice. These fingers are strong, ladies. Be careful. But all right. Oh, today we are at Monja Street, Tokyo. そう呼ぶモンジャストリート right? 一番近い駅は Tsukishima, okay. Tsukishima Station, Tokyo, aka Monja Street, Tokyo. All right, let's go. So, a few things have been changing. I am rebranding the Dan Wilson in Tokyo podcast this year. One reason why is I'm changing my stage name from Dan Wilson to Daniel Y. Wilson. I was watching, come over here. I was watching, Back to the Future. And the end credits, I saw Michael J. Fox. And I like that middle initial, Michael J. Fox. I was like, ooh, that's kind of dope. I was like, maybe I should throw my middle initial back in. So I changed my stage name to Daniel Y. Wilson. And because of that, I'm thinking, I got to change the name of the podcast. So I have a few ideas. So starting next week, there might be a different intro. I'll probably do the same thing and drink a beer, but I might call it something different. All right? By the way, monja is a type of Japanese food you kind of make on this flat grill. You can just look it up on YouTube. I'm not going to go in and show you. I'm just going to walk down the street famous for it in Tokyo called Monja Street near Tsukishima Station. All right? But as you can see, it's lined with monja restaurants. All right? So follow me. Let's check it out. So, one dope thing about this street is it's blocked off from cars. So cars can't be driving down here. So you can get drunk as shit and just stumble out of the bar, and you won't get hit by a car. So you're good. All right. Let me teach you some Japanese. So imagine you're at the bar, and you infiltrate a group of J-babes, and you manage to grab a few IGs, and you slide into their DMs and set up 2 separate play dates with 2 separate J-babes. And you manage to take each one to Bone Town, you know what I'm saying? You infiltrating the J-babe clique from the inside. It's a J-babe internal implosion. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the female version of Eskimo Bros, aka Pole Sisters, in Japanese is called Saoshimai. 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 You know what? Saoshimai literally translates to Pole Sisters. It's 2 girls that shared the same wiener. When two girls share one chin chin and become forever pole sisters. Saoshimai. Now that I've taught you what I really wanted to teach you. Oh, real quick, look at this little magazine shop. Hold on one sec. I love these small little like magazine bookstores that they sometimes do because they always got bombs. Like, which would you choose? You know? Who are they kidding? But all right. And you know what? You know how else I'm rebranding the podcast is I'm taking more care of the Patreon members. You guys have been doing fucking an awesome thing for me, like writing in for $5 a month. I've been answering your things, right? But now I'm gonna put a little more care into that and start maybe cutting some shorts from that. So y'all might appear on my Instagram shorts or TikTok, all right? So I'm also gonna try to make it available where not only through Patreon can you be a member and ask me questions, but also find a way where you can become a member, pay for the membership on Instagram and still ask me the same thing. Also, the subscriber membership, whatever it's called. So for YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, to have that same system where you roughly pay $5 a month and you can ask me a question. And if I start to have some guests on the podcast, you can ask us questions. So let's get right to it. All right. Let's do these Patreon member questions. All right. Kevin from Patreon says, "Yo, Dan. Kevin here from the Netherlands. You make me laugh my ass off all the time." Okay, cool. "Since we smoke a lot of weed in this country, how is it over there?" "Highly illegal, dude. How would I know?" "And you drink a lot of beers." Exhibit A. "But my favorite is a Japanese whiskey called Hibiki from the House of Suntory." The House of Suntory? Why do you describing whiskey like it's a family from the Game of Thrones? The House of Suntory? What are you fucking, what's the sigil? A drunk Japanese salaryman in a suit passed out with his ass hanging out in the streets? You should definitely drink that shit in public, man. Hibiki's kind of bougie. I don't know if just walking out here with the bottle of Hibiki, it's not like Hennessy, man. Jesus. That would be kind of dope, though. Also, so a shout out to my Asian friend John from the Filipinos, aka Lasian, Crasian, and Stasian, because he never fucking leaves. Damn, he got... Wait, is he in the Philippines, or is he a Filipino in Japan and you guys call him Stasian because he won't leave? If he smokes, you could call him Blasian, even though that's usually saved for the black Asians. Blazing is if you're Asian and you smoke. All right. And all right. I'm doing something new, right? I'm trying to take care of, you know, the paying members. So today's episode might be a little short. It might be a little long. I don't know. We're trying some new things out here, but I want to make sure I take care of y'all. All right, next one. Salaryman Shinya says, Dan-san, konnichiwa. Oh, you tested my Japanese? You better start writing in kanji, because I know katakana and hiragana, but I appreciate it. I think you're so good at making friends. I feel like that's almost, are you fucking with me right now? Shinya, you fucking with me? I think you're so good at making friends. That sounds like you're trying to diss me or something, dog. Going into comedy school when you only spoke a little Japanese and teaming up with the coolest people is amazing. It's something a nerdy Japanese salary-like man like me could never do. Ah, man, just go to comedy school. You could do it. Be a nerdy salary man as your character. Yeah, you'll do fine. Besides Yuki and Wataru, I want to hear more about your Japanese homies you've met since you came to Japan. Any cool stories with them? Well, if I go outside of comedy school in Japan, okay, a little shout out to my big homie Takanori, right? He's just like in the fashion design industry guy. But this dude has so many friends with the sickest nicknames. He'll introduce me to, like, we'll go to a party and he'll just introduce me to a guy or his group of friends. He's like, all right, yo, Daniel, let me introduce you to my friends. That's Volt, that's Dinosaur, that's Witness, and that's Bug. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? The illest nicknames, all right? So I'll think of some more stories with my homies, but, you know. Ask me more specific. Like a night out or like, you know. But yeah. Hanging out with the homies. Cool stories with the Japanese homies. Another shout out, my old boss when I bartended, Chachi. Yo, that dude's a G. He's like a little boy trapped in a grown man's body, man. That was the best job I ever had, bartending with that fool. We used to bartend in Nakameguro together. Real G shit. All right. Let's do another Patreon member question. Stephen L. asks, what's up, Dan? I meant to ask last week, but would you rather fuck Mike Tyson with a pussy or Sydney Sweeney with a fat cock? Also, do they have American beers in Tokyo? You should try Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. It's good. Dude, would you rather fuck Mike Tyson with the vagina or Sydney Sweeney with the fat cock? Oh, by the way, do they got Sam Adams in Japan? Dude, you're such a bro. I don't even have to. I already know that you were in a frat house without telling me. And what kind of question is that? I would rather fuck Sydney Sweeney. My cock is already fat, bro. So that's just me having sex with Sydney Sweeney. Why would I get a vagina and then get absolutely wrecked by Mike Tyson in the bedroom? All right. Well, now, nah. Maybe he meant to switch that. Like, would you rather bang Mike Tyson with the fat cock? No, that doesn't make sense. I guarantee you, you weren't sober when you wrote that thing. Let me ask Dan the most vulgar fucking question I could think of. And then let me also ask, dude, do you got Sam Adams in Tokyo? All right, that's pretty funny. You got me. And yes, they do have Sam Adams. I don't think I've tried the cherry wheat yet, but they totally have Sam Adams. I had it recently at one of the best pizza shops in Tokyo at a station called OG Station. OG is like Prince. So OG Eki, and it's called Rocco's Pizza and OG. All right, get the mott sticks and get the pepperoni pie. They're mad fucking good, and they got Sam Adams there, if that's what you're into. So check that shit out. This week might be a short one, but we're testing some new things out. By next week, the podcast title may have changed. So I appreciate you guys. Keep writing in, and hopefully I could cut some stuff, make some good shorts for y'all. And it's a balance between how good your questions are and how funny I could respond to them. If I fuck up and answer it not as funny as I wanted to, it might not make the cut. So just keep writing in. All right. I love you guys. Peace.